back with another video. Okay, so this video is gonna be a story time, because like, who doesn't love story times? So this one is about me giving blood for the first time, right? So our school usually does this annual blood drive. Woo, woo, woo. Like every February we do a blood drive. Cool. Last year I wanted to do the blood drive, but they were like, no, you're too skinny or whatever. Cool. So I came this year and I wanted to do it. I have pictures and everything. So I filled everything out, did all that. I'm surprised my iron was high enough. But it was at the minimum of where it could be for me to give blood. So I'm surprised it was even that high, to be honest with you. But that's not the point of this whole thing. So she was like, what arm do you prefer me to use? I said, you can use the left arm, but if you find a better vein in the right arm, you can use it. So she checked my left arm and she was like, I'm gonna just go look at the right arm. I was like, okay. Did the little pumpy squeezy thing with the little ball to make my vein pop out. She was like, I gotta use like the little blood pressure thing to make it pop out more. I was like, okay. So she sticks it in. That was one of the worst pains I've ever had in my life. Like, that hurt so freaking bad. Like, it hurt so bad. Because it's a thick needle and it's a thick hollow needle. It was like, it just hurt. And so she put it in. I was like, And so she's trying to get it in my vein, but it's not going in my vein. So she's like pressing my vein this way and like pushing the needle that way, like to get it in there. She's digging in my skin. I'm just like, okay, like you're digging in my arm with the needle. Cool, I guess. So I'm sitting there and they're like, don't look. She's like, you probably don't want to look at it. I was like, no, because if I don't look at it, I'm not going to know what's coming and I'm not going to be able to brace myself for like what I'm feeling. So I'm just looking at it and she's just like going like this in my arm, like swerving like side to side, poking me in my arm. Like I'm surprised the needle didn't come out like the other side of my arm, to be honest with you. Like poking like this. I'm just like, okay. She's like, oh, she called her coworker over, oh, so-and-so, can you come help me with this? Like, her vein is, like, really wiggly. And they're just like, oh, yeah, sure. He's like, okay, I'm just going to, like, do it a couple times. But, like, I want to make sure, like, you're fine. I'm just like, I guess I'm fine. Like, I can't do much with the needle in my arm. Can I? So she's like, so he's poking it like this. Like, he's going in and out, like, pushing and poking, pulling. Oh, he can't do it. Call one more coworker over. They call her for help. She's like, okay. I think she was like the manager or whatever, like the head nurse. She comes over. They're like, yeah, she has a very wiggly vein and we can't just get it in there just right. So this nurse is literally, she's like, oh, honey, are you doing okay? And I was like, like, what more am I supposed to do? And I feel this needle in my arm. Like, I felt like they were poking my muscle. And I was like, what the heck? So, like, literally, so they're, like, literally digging in and out of my arm. And I'm just like, okay. You're digging in and out of my arm. I can't do much. And I'm cold. Like I said, I have a low iron. So I'm freezing cold. Like, I'm freezing cold. I'm like shaking everything because like when I'm cold I shake. Like, who doesn't? That's kind of weird if you don't. But I'm shaking and like I'm just like trying to stay still, and I'm just like, and I'm just looking. They're like, honey, don't look, honey, don't look, because then you're gonna be hurt more. I was like, no, because if I don't look, I'm going to jump and this needle is going to go through my bone. And so I'm just like looking at them playing with this needle, and then so a pool of blood starts coming out of my arm. Like, just blood starts coming out of my arm. And I'm just sitting there like, do y'all not see this blood that you're like literally creating by stabbing me in my arm and stuff? So they pull it out. So she's like, no. So then those two people left. They left. And so then the nurse that was already originally doing it, she came back and she like stuck it in there kind of, but it wasn't in there all the way in my vein. So it started pumping my blood out, but it was moving like really slow. They were like, yeah, like she was like, it's in there, but it's moving really slow. I was like, but you still getting blood out of it, are you not? She's like, it's moving really slow. And I'm just like, okay. She's like, yeah, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to try a new one. I'm going to try to do your left arm and all this and that. I don't know what they did with that blood. They probably just threw my stuff straight in the trash. They was like, we can't use it. You can't use it. What you going to do with a tube full of blood? Like, literally, like one of the long tubes that are like strings down. Like, what are you going to do with that? I don't know. So I'm pretty sure they threw it away. And so then I had like, she put a Band-Aid and everything on it. I had to like press it to stop it from bleeding. And I'm just like, okay. So she goes to the other arm. And like, I'm so scared because like that pain of it going in really hurt. So like, I'm doing the squeezing thing and she's putting it in. And I'm just like, can I squeeze my arm? She's like, no, don't touch it. I was like, bro, can I squeeze my arm? She's like, no, don't touch it. And I was just like shaking because I'm so cold. And like, you just had a fun, sorry I keep in my eyes something in it, like y'all just had a fun time digging in my arm. Of course I'm not gonna like ease up, like, well, because y'all was just stabbing me in my arm, like it hurt. And so she did it, and then it went perfectly fine. It went perfectly fine. And I was like, maybe you should have used that arm in the first place, like I said, you know. But no, nobody ever wants to listen to Maya. Nobody wants to listen to Maya. I'm just like, what? Like, why? So it's pumping my blood out. It's cool. She's like, okay, I have to rotate. So she rotated it, and it was cool. I have pictures. I was happy I gave blood, but I was like, that whole experience though, like, what was, oh my gosh, like, what was the whole like point of going through all that? But yeah, I have pictures. I'll insert them if I can. And I told my parents, and they were like, why would you even sit through that? They're like, I'm surprised you actually sat through it. I was like, what can you actually do with a needle in your arm? And I told her I was cold. And then they had like little blankets. And she was like, we usually don't give people blankets, but since I poked you twice. Ma'am, you did more than poke me. You stabbed me, and you was playing in my arm with it. You were playing in my arm with it. You didn't just poke me. A poke is poke. No. You stabbed me. You stabbed me in my arm. And it hurt. And I'm just like shaking the coach. She's like, you have 30 more minutes. You have like, no. She's like, you have about 30 minutes. You have to squeeze a boy every 10 seconds. To get the blood pumping, to keep it pumping. And stuff. And yeah, like, they healed up. Here, let me see if I can show you. The stabbing me in my right arm, right? This is what it looks like. There you go. That's what it looked like right now. It's healing up. But like, you can literally see where she was like digging around in it. Like, that's literally bruising. And like, right when she pulled the needle out, it was so much bruising on my arm. And I'm gonna show you the right arm. Do you see how much nicer that looks? That's because they didn't stab me in my freaking arm so many doggone times. Like, oh my gosh, that stuff made me so mad. And I was really just sitting there, just like, ma'am, you're digging in my arm, ma'am. Like, bro. I had cookies at the end. They gave me cookies, gave me something to drink, and everything. So yeah, that was my whole like blood drive experience. I don't think I'm ever gonna give blood again, to be honest with you. I really don't think I am. I don't think I am. That was my first time ever getting even my blood drawn. Like, I don't get my blood drawn. I've never have. Everybody else in my family has, but I never have. So that was my first time doing like that whole thing. And I'm just like, for a first time, that was trash. Like, that was literally like straight trash. Like, what the heck? So yeah. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for watching me. You can comment down below if you want to. I don't know. Tell me what you want to see next. Don't matter. I'm going to continue to make content anyway. So, yeah, I love y'all.